This video is brought to you by NordVPN. In the description is a link to our previous video on how VPNs work, as well as a limited time offer that will give you a big 75% discount. That's only $2.99 a month for the early VPN to obtain a perfect score from PCMag, and also what I use myself on a daily basis. A number of years ago, video game regulation and censorship over in Germany used to be much stricter than it is today. Games like Half-Life had human characters replaced by robots, for instance, to get around the country's rules on showing violence in games. However, in more recent years, things have got a lot more lax. This even led to Dead Rising 4 being released in Germany in 2017 100% uncensored, marking the first time for this series to be released in Germany. Previous games had been banned for sale by the German government, and so with the release of Dead Rising 4, things were looking up for the series. However, last July, the German government then refused to remove the original Dead Rising game from what they call the list of media harmful to young people. They did move it from list B to list A, which means it's now legal to sell, but this still comes with big restrictions, such as being forced to sell it underneath counters, not in public view. And it also means any form of public advertising is also not allowed. Alongside this, Dead Rising 2 and 3 remain on the even stricter list B. We now have more information on this courtesy of the German-based anti-censorship Steam group for Uncut. The post is in German, but they have a brief English translation at the bottom where they explain that they have been provided with the official decision report for Dead Rising 1's refusal. They then state, to quote, "The majority of the panel considered that the possibility to mutilate dead bodies, especially of the human survivors, might brutalize the youth. They justify their reasoning on the combination of the following aspects: visualization, ragdoll blood gore, the possibility to use a multitude of everyday items as weapons, and the game's setting of a shopping mall being relatable to young people. This could be seen as surprising considering the decision to release Dead Rising 4 as well as other violent games such as Mortal Kombat in the country." The post says, however, the party which requested the motion argued that the near identical youth protection related content between both games indicates that Dead Rising should be removed from the index. However, the BPjM panel did not follow this line of argumentation, also doubting similarity in content. For the German part of the news, we have researched this further, and Dead Rising 4 indeed varies in various aspects from the first game of the series. We further argue that this is no surprise to industry insiders, as it is quite well known that international publishers consider German laws from the get-go. This phenomenon might or might not pertain in regards to Dead Rising 4 specifically, however it clearly plays some sort of a role on a larger scale. This means that despite any similarities, there are also some differences that can be taken into account. For Uncut also speculates that perhaps Dead Rising 4 was made intentionally different worldwide due to the publishers considering German laws when creating the game. For anybody interested in checking out the full German report, then there'll be a link in the description if you want to go check it out. For Uncut have also kindly stated that they will consider translating the full document into English if their post gets enough attention from the English community. So if that's something you want to show support for, you can find their link in the description below, and until next time, thank you for watching.